Thank you. My name's Adam, and I'm grateful to be here. Thanks, Hector. Um, Wanted to ask a question to all of you. Um, do you make up your mind, or does your mind make up you? And what I mean by that is, do you feel like you actually have agency over what's going on inside of what's between your ears? Or do you feel like you're just being dragged around by like a meandering, endlessly never ending train, and your attention is like the caboose of this wild train? Um, some research that I've read says that we think anywhere between like 15,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day, which is up to one thought per second. Um, and for me, I feel like I'm in the latter of the following a mad train, maybe most of the day. So do we actually have agency? That is my question. I wanted to tell, yeah, a little bit about me in preparing for this med talk, and thanks to everybody for the support on our med talks. And I'm here doing it right now, which is rad. Um, I was thinking about like a dark time in my life, and found myself going into there. And then over the past days, I just thought, I don't know if I don't need to tell that story, because what felt more moving and compelling to me was how fortunate I was at a very young age. Uh, the things that became the most important things in my life found me really early on and grabbed me. Like, music is kind of my biggest meditation. It's my church, it's my mom. She loves to tell this story that I've heard many times, that like when I was 2 years old, there was a certain song that came on MTV called Heart in My Heart by Quarterflash. And no matter where I was in the house in my diapers, I would just run to the television, and I would stand 1 inch away from it, and I would just do this dance to it. And it hooked me, it got me. And when I was 8, I fell in love for the first time with a classmate of mine named Michelle. And I was I was fixed on her, and it was like beauty in another person all of a sudden just blew my heart open, and became the central focus point of my life for the next many years of my life, but certainly like all of those next 6 years, until I experienced heartbreak, which then alchemized so much more, and took my attention of beauty and music and myself, and went further deep inward. Anyway, I'm gonna take a breath right now just to be back in this be back in this moment. Focus on your breath. Um, I wanted to share like a little story uh, that was a powerful moment in my life that helped me realize the actual power of my mind, which was, my last name is Sica. Oh, there, my parents blown up on the screen. My last name is Sica, and I think I early on I was like, oh, that sounds very much like seeker, and then people would tell me that. And in my mid 20s, I went on a European wander through, I went on a wandering through Europe into the unknown. And when I came back from that, came back home, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted for myself, which was a home that I could like sing at the top of my lungs in, a home that I could invite my friends over and cook for them and be a weirdo, and be totally free in my own space. And so for the next 3 months, I shared about this vision with people. I told everybody in my life exactly what I wanted, the vision that I had, and it was just like breathing for me. I was just doing it all the time until I told an aunt of mine at a picnic. everything I've been saying to everybody for the last 3 months. And she said, I actually think I have exactly what you're looking for. And I was like, really? And she said, yes. And it even came without rent, which was something I was talking about. And people were like, that's pretty lucky, Adam. But I was honestly like, after it happened, I thought, um, well, that's not a surprise. That's exactly what I've been bouncing off the walls of the universe. And it showed up. And what I've learned in meditation uh, is meditation means gom, which means to habituate. And we're always habituating. We're always thinking. We're always creating worlds. And I think it's usually unconscious. And in our unconscious are these voices that are, for the most part, negative, and I think we can all relate to what's going on in here is usually just running is a loose train, and it's not the nicest thing, you know. But that experience with this home showed me that if you're consciously, and what meditation has shown me, and what this training has shown me, is meditation is actually the place where we sit down and we have conscious awareness and practice over what we're habituating in here. It's always happening every day, all hours of the day, but a practice where you can consciously do it and create what you want can create your magical future home, your magical future partner, your dreams, the world you want to live in, and a heaven for all. And I love you all, and I'm grateful for this time in this training. And yeah, thanks everybody.